Hello everybody over there in the YouTube world. My name is Sculpted. Thank you very much for stopping by and checking out today's video. Today's video is actually going to focus entirely on the different pressure options Striker has in block strings. The utilization of either the normal block string route of the ABC combo route or utilizing her reverse beat, as well as the best block string that you can use to try to break your opponent's guard gauge as efficiently and as safely and effectively as possible. So I really do hope this helps you guys out. If by any means you want to see where this all gets found out, and if you just want some more one-on-one time, definitely do be sure to check me out on my Twitch at twitch.tv/sculpted. Link in the description below. And I do start my streams every day, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I go till 9 p.m. So thank you again for checking out the video. Without further ado, here is Striker Pressure. Okay, so to kick things off, when it comes to playing as Striker that I wanted to go over is actually knowing your block strings. Now, the cool thing about Striker is that you actually have two ways to go about doing your block strings. The first of which is your standard run-of-the-mill ABC combo route that pretty much every other character in the game has to follow. So going essentially from your light to your medium to your heavy, or ABS, right? So Berserker, for example, is a character that, does the same thing. ABS, right? ABC. ABC. That is the combo route that every character has to follow in this game. Now, Striker is actually very unique. She has a mechanic to her that is known as a reverse beat. And what that means is that she has the capability of making combos in any route that she would like. So instead of just going ABS, she can go SBA, or she can go BAS. She can do it in any route that she possibly wants. So this is such a great thing because you are actually able to mix up your pressure and your normals during block strings to actually add a mental stack into your opponent and potentially open them up. To just reiterate a little bit, so the reason why you would want to go at the typical ABC combo route is so then that way you can stay as close to your opponent as possible to try to maintain pressure as much as you can. Because what you can do is, going ABC, going into your specials, if they're not pushing any buttons and are patient, you can just keep going, maintaining your pressure. Now, the only problem is that the moment that you stop doing your mana specials, you no longer are able to take back pressure safely. You stay close to your opponent, which allows them an opportunity to punish you. So, for example, I go within the typical ABC combo route. If I try to take pressure, I get punished for it. So, if you can, of course, go into your normal pressure and block, but you lose your turn. You're now on the defensive, which when you're playing Striker, you want to keep your turn as much as possible. So that is when your rush down character lifestyle comes into play, is once you get them in the corner, once you have pressure, you want to do everything in your power not to lose it. And this is obviously when it comes to knowing whether you should do the normal ABC combo route or if you're doing the reverse beat combo route, that there is that mental stacking that is there, but also you want to use one of the methods depending on what your opponent is doing. So not only do you need to know your matchup like I was explaining earlier and knowing the character, but you need to be able to observe how your opponent plays that character so you can choose what method of pressure is best. So now to explain why you would want to do reverse beat, like I kind of already showed you, if you do your normal route and try to keep your pressure, you get countered for it. You lose your turn. But the purpose of reverse beat is that because you are able to go into light into heavy, or medium into heavy into light, your goal with reverse beat is to hit them with a heavy, but don't use any of your lights, so that way you can recover out of your heavy with a light. So that leaves your opponent in a big block stun, but gives you a tiny recovery so you can maintain pressure, as well as give yourself a safe distance. So if you pay attention, when I hit him with a 6S, you see how I get a huge pushback, and he's also blocking for quite some time. There's a lot of guards block stun with this. But when you hit him with the 6S and immediately go into a light, you now made that much distance, and recovered very quickly. So this keeps you safe from characters who like to mash, or players who like to mash, or players who like to do DPs. Because you're going to be at that distance where, for the most part, it will keep you safe, and a low recovery to give yourself even more distance if you need to. So now, to add upon this, if at first you start going after your opponent with this normal route of maintaining pressure like this, you can then condition them to think that it's okay for them to take their turn back after you finish your combo, when really you could go into, again, saving your lights so you can get the recovery with them. But what you can do is start with a medium, go into a heavy, open up with a light, and then go right back into it. Just like so. You can just keep kind of going back in. As long as you get your micro dashes right, it's very, very safe to do, and it definitely puts your opponent under a lot of strain. So they don't know what it is you're going to do next. Are you going to go for your typical combo, or you're going to go with the reverse beat and go in on them at different angles? So that is why you would want to use either one of the two. The reverse beat to keep you more safe and add some interesting spacing and staggers in hopes that you open up your opponent while keeping yourself in a safe distance with low recovery, or you stick it with the normal ABC route in order to break guard as much as possible. So that's the two methods of pressure with Striker that you kind of want to mix up a lot and use depending on how your opponent plays their character and what they do on reaction or in block string. So to give you a further example of why you'd want to use reverse beat, so if I have Berserker here just mashing, so if I go into my reverse beat, again, because it's going to put him in a high block stun and put me in a low recovery, it will keep me at a safe distance, and I can go in at different angles in order to regain my pressure. So if Berserker just mashes when he thinks that I'm doing the normal combo route, then I can punish him for it. So if I show you here, just like that, and that was a genuine punish. If I show you again, you can get a full conversion off of that. Just like so. So that is exactly why you would want to use reverse beat, and why reverse beat is very, very strong. There you have it, guys. That is Striker's block string pressure / reverse beat. Just a bit of a tutorial. I really do hope it helped you guys out. If by any means, if you feel like I missed anything, or if you just have any thoughts, I would love to hear and see what you have to say if you just want to leave a comment down below. And there is definitely going to be more Striker videos to come, so stay tuned if you want to master your Striker from yours truly, Sculpted. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.